you are now listening to is Snow Elves by Galen Tipton. It is described by Galen as a stimulating yet cozy nautical playground full of brain candy, magic, and aquatic critters. Intelligent dance music, or IDM, is a genre that challenges conventions and blurs boundaries. It's not just music to dance to, it's music to think to feel to, and sometimes to lose yourself entirely. But where did IDM come from? And why has it left such a unique imprint on music and culture? Let's dive in. The story of IDM begins in the late 1980s and early 1990s when electronic music was exploding in the UK. Amid the rise of acid house and rave culture, some artists started pushing the limits of what dance music could be. Rather than focusing solely on beats made for the dance floor, they explored intricate rhythms, ambient textures, and experimental sounds. IDM emerged as a term to describe this more cerebral and introspective take on electronic music. Warp Records was instrumental in defining the genre. Ha! Instrumental, get it? The compilation album Artificial Intelligence featured groundbreaking artists like Aphex Twin, Autechre, and The Orb. It was a bold statement. Electronic music didn't have to be tied to the dance floor, it could be art. So it was like really out there. IDM's key artists each brought something unique to the table. Aphex Twin, often considered the face of IDM, is known for his playful yet deeply emotional compositions. Tracks like Window Licker and April 14th are masterclasses in blending complexity and beauty. Autechre, on the other hand, which was like these two British guys who would like did this whole thing. Anyways, they took more of an abstract and mechanical approach, creating soundscapes that feel like alien machines coming to life. Their music invites listeners to engage deeply. Then there's Boards of Canada, whose nostalgic, haunting melodies evoke memories of childhood and nature. Albums like Music Has the Right to Children have become timeless staples, influencing countless artists across genres. The impact of IDM extends far beyond the genre itself. Its emphasis on experimentation has influenced modern electronic music, from experimental producers like Flying Lotus to mainstream acts like Radiohead. Thom Yorke himself has cited IDM as a major influence on albums like Kid A. IDM's influence can also be found in other art forms. Its ethereal and futuristic qualities have shaped video game soundtracks, such as those in Mass Effect and Mirror's Edge, both really, really good video games, by the way. In film, composers like Hans Zimmer and Cliff Martinez have drawn from IDM's textures to craft atmospheric scores. I don't know if I said that right, but even today, IDM remains a vital part of the electronic music landscape. Its idea of pushing boundaries and embracing the abstract inspires countless bedroom producers and experimental musicians. Platforms like Bandcamp and SoundCloud are home to a thriving community of artists keeping the spirit of IDM alive. In a world that often values immediacy, IDM reminds us to slow down, listen deeply, and to appreciate the artistry of sound. It's not just music, it's an experience. As technology evolves, so too does the potential for new sonic worlds. IDM is not just a genre, but a mindset. One that invites us to explore, to question, and to create without limits. But wait, but wait. What the heck does this all have to do with Galen Tipton? I thought this video was about her. Don't worry. I'm gonna start yapping about the coolest IDM artist in my unprofessional opinion. So Gallon is actually super cool. Check this out. Tipton is a transgender woman. Hashtag represent. She was born in 1996, grew up in a small farm town where she was one of those weird kids who ended up being like a secret genius, you know what I'm talking about? Tipton loved reading fiction novels and video games like A Cool Person, which actually ended up influencing her music in the future, with its tones of fantasy and science fiction. She was initially introduced and inspired to make her own music from playing Guitar Hero 2 as a kid. Like, what? That's a cool way to like start getting into music. Video games, am I right? Way later, she then started her Recovery Girl project to help her work through her trauma in the past. She was encouraged to make her sound the way it is today, from the trends of pitch shift vocals and hyperpop and the feel of IDM, to express herself under the name of Recovery Girl. She also ended up being half a duo with the singer Diana Starshine. What a cool name, by the way. Her music is like super cool. She said in an interview one time that she intended to make accessible experimental electronic music that didn't take itself seriously, partly in reaction to the more self-serious and accessible experimental music that she was interested in at the start of her career to invite people to stranger forms of music. Her music has been described as hyperactive and intentionally overstimulating digital orchestral soundscapes. According to Pitchfork, largely improvised chords and melodies acting secondarily to the constant rush of squelching synthesis underneath. A hypercute take on avant-garde synth music. Her music has been praised, watch this, by figures like Iggy Pop and David Byrne. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Gallo. What crazy. David Byrne, it's crazy. Even he's getting on this excellent stuff. Now, her stuff is like super out there, right? So you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Like her stuff, like what was that one thing I said? Hyperactive and intentionally overstimulating digital orchestral soundscapes. That's exactly what you're about to hear right now. This is her live performance at the the Emerald Valley, March 20th, 2021. It's a pretty cool live thing. So let's look at that. that was basically the whole thing. I had to introduce IDM a little bit there because a lot of people don't realize what it is, are unaware of it. You know, so I just kind of gave you a taste of that before giving you the whole meal. You know what I'm saying? Hydration is important. You know, hope I introduced you to a new genre, or if you already knew about this genre, hope you're more interested and be like, whoa, I didn't know that about IDM. That's pretty cool. Galan Tipton, what? I'm going to check her out because she is pretty cool. Check her out. It's awesome. Great music.